Okay, so this is a continuation of do's and don'ts. This is part 2. It's fairly short. I don't know why, but I don't have as many don'ts as I do do's. So, number 1, grease. Oh my gosh, this is like a controversial product. Like, in my opinion, I never really used a lot of grease, but I was raised to believe that, oh, you should grease it. I haven't greased my hair since I started my hair journey in 2006. There's no reason for it. I just don't see the products in it. It prevents it clogs your hair follicles. When I used to use grease, I would put it directly on my scalp, and now it's like, I was like, what was I thinking? No grease, ever. This is my opinion. I will never ever use grease again. That product is so off my list, it's not even funny. Number 2 of my don'ts. No heat. If you can avoid heat, do so at all costs. It's more damaging to the hair. I don't use heat often. If I do use heat, I am assured that I use a heat protectant. I can't stress that enough. Avoid heat, but if you do have to use heat, please use a heat protectant. I've had people ask me, well, how do you know that it's effective? You don't know that it's effective, but you do know that your hair has been damaged if you're not using a heat protectant. I'd rather take the chance of knowing that I'm putting a product on that could possibly prevent heat damage than not putting any on at all and knowing for sure that my hair is going to be damaged. So, I mean, if you use heat often and you don't have any damage, and that works for you, but I know the typical person that uses heat has a lot of damage as a result. Number 3 of my don'ts. What is up with people going 3 to 4 weeks without washing your hair? There's that myth that dirt grows your hair. I don't know where that came from, but I go a week without washing my hair and I feel like I must have went and sweated and all the dirt is just sitting there. Like, my skin starts to crawl when I go longer than a week. Because I've gotten so accustomed to washing my hair once a week, if I go longer than a week, I feel like I just need to dip my head in some water. Dirt does not make your hair grow. End of discussion. Next, trim. You don't need to trim your hair ever relaxer. I put on that paper, trim ever relaxer in caps. But what I mean is, you do not need to trim your hair ever. I haven't trimmed my hair since I started my Grow With Me challenge in February, and my ends look fine. Unless your ends are truly damaged and you feel like your ends need to be trimmed, I don't think it's necessary to trim your ends. When I used to go to a salon, she would say, you need to trim your hair every relaxer. It's the only way your hair will grow. And ironic enough, my hair was still shoulder length every single time I went. So that kind of didn't make sense to me, and it still doesn't. So unless you feel like your hair really needs to be trimmed, it's not necessary for hair growth. That's a big misconception that people have. Next, try to avoid, well, this is actually the last don't that I have for now. Try to avoid stress on the hair. Try to avoid really tight ponytails, gel on the hair, anything that clogs the pores of the hair, gluing weaves. Definite no. If you look at my first video when you saw how my hair was, I mean, I was gluing weave on my scalp, and when I was taking it out, my hair was coming out with it, and I didn't even realize it. So anything that could be potentially damaged when you're taking out braids or something like that, you want to make sure that you detangle your hair, comb it out with a wide tooth comb, get all that dead hair out before you even let water touch your hair, because that could potentially cause damage as well. I can't think of anything else right now. If I do, I'll post them in wording at the end. But I want to thank everyone for watching my videos. I really hope that this helps you guys in determining proper ways to care for your hair. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.